Well, I'm Mario from Mario's Italian Lemonade. This is my 58th year selling it, and I'm having a great time. I had 80 something, and after the nuns beating me up every day, and me telling them it don't hurt, my father says, "We'll tire him out." He bought me a hand crank machine. We made lemonade by turning by hand. This is 1954, right? Not in front of the lemonade stand, right where this brown awning is. Lemonade was 2 cents. No box, no spoon, no straw, just a 3-ounce squish cup, like a snowball cup. The following year, my dad bought me another machine, so I had 2 machines to turn, which was tiring. I sat down at the table and chair, and I looked forward to sitting down because it was tiring to turn 2 machines. It took about 3 hours to make a batch of lemonade then. The following year, he bought the building here. We made a hole in the door, which I did when I was a little boy, and he built the stand, which was just was green, the bottom part, no roof, no windows. Following year, he put in the roof. Following year is the window. My sister and I ran it all through grammar school and high school. In the middle 60s, I left for a year to be a hippie. I moved out to California, lived in a commune, was a deadhead. I grew cabbage, you know. When I came back, I buckled down with my dad and my mom and my sister. We invented the flavors, and we've been going ever since. My mom is a big part of our success. She was here 50 years, never missed one day. My mom was a professional ice skater. She skated with Sonia Henning. My mom was on the ice capades, the ice follies. When my mom passed, my wife took over. She's doing a great job. So probably the main reason for my success was my mother and my wife, actually. My sister helped a lot also in here. I don't want to franchise. The lawyers are hounding me now to franchise, which I don't want to do. I don't want my name on a cup. I don't want my picture on a cup. I still don't have a phone in there. No phone in the business. I still don't have a cell phone. I've never sat in front of a computer. I don't own a suit, a tie, a watch, or a ring. And I still enjoy the business. Yes, I still drive a junk car. And I have 3 great kids that help me in the business, that are very business-minded. I never took a business course in my life or an accounting course or any of that. I learned from my dad, and I'm not really, I give a lot of talks on business, but I'm always amazed that they want me to give talks because I don't consider myself a businessman. I never have, you know. My first love actually is I enjoy plumbing work, carpentry work, I own a lot of property, like I restored all the top of this building and we did a lot of work here. It's what I really enjoy. The lemonade stand is getting a little tiring for me because it's a lot of work still. Being that my kids are all go to college now, we're having issues on how to make lemonade, and I don't want to change recipes, and they don't want to squeeze lemons like they should. And
The hand crank is getting really old.
yeah, they don't believe, you know, like now, they get the phone and they did, which really aggravated me, they talk, how do you make Italian lemonade? What is that, Cirrus or Ceres?
Yeah.
Syrah?
Sari.
Yeah, what took me 60 years to figure out is some jerk is telling me on the phone now, you know. And I really, they're telling us we could use acids, you know, and different types where they don't have to squeeze lemons. But I promised my dad years ago that I would never change any of the recipes. And I don't want to change it. I promised him that I would never change how the place looks. So this is basically how it's looked for the last 50 years. And I don't want to change. I mean, we fixed it and painted it, and, you know, we restored a lot of it, but it's basically what was built a long time ago. I don't want to change it. And, we're open from May. I open usually unannounced the last couple days of April until September 15th. I like closing on a nice hot day, not on a cold day, a hot day when the last lemonade you had was great, you know, and then just close. I don't want to prolong the season. We're out of welcome, you know. So I want to close a nice hot day and just close it. People can't wait till May 1st rolls around again. So I was supposed to go actually. The business across the street, he did franchise, and I was supposed to go in with them, but I don't want to franchise. I just don't want to be. I only want there to be one Mario's. So I don't want to. The lawyers come all the time to talk to me, to franchise. I don't want to talk to them. Like if you were all lawyers wanted me to franchise, talk to me about that, I wouldn't come out here. I wouldn't. So I just don't want to do it. And I know they want to give me, take care of me when they say, Mario, look, you could wear better gym shoes and we could get you monogram shirts. I go, I don't want it. I don't want it. About a month ago, I still sweep the streets too. I still sweep the street 3-4 times a day. One hot night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sweeping across the street, and there was some suits and ties having a beef. And the guy came up to me and goes, here, sir, here's $5 for sweeping. And I said, thank you, and I'll pray for you. I really don't pray, but I didn't know what else to tell him. And about a week goes by, and he comes for lemonade, and he sees me in the stand, and somebody says, hey Mario, and he goes, you're Mario? I go, yeah. And he goes, I gave you $5. I says, I did pray for you, you know. And he goes, I can't believe I gave you money. I go, well, if I tell you anything, you're not going to believe me. Like the lawyers when they come, why are you sweeping the street? Why are you sweeping the street? And it's not, beneath me or beyond me. It's what I do, So I'm still having a good time. When I lost my mom and dad, the business, it was like I lost a little something, but now that all my kids are of age, to work in there, it's really brought back a lot of enthusiasm. Because I don't have to make now, I still make all the ingredients for everything, but I don't have to make every batch of lemonade. I've taught my kids. When they come with recipes, though, like my wife wants me now to, I don't have a measuring cup in there, no measuring. When they come with all the measuring cups with the phone, get out. When they want me to give recipes and they want to put on the computer or write them down, I go, no, I'm going to tell you, you have to remember the recipes, not write them down. If you ever watch Seinfeld, the Soup Nazi, you see what happens. So you have to be second nature to you, these recipes. So until they can remember them without writing them down, and it's just like their name, I don't want to tell them. So
on a hot day, how many lemons do you go down there?
Cases. I can't believe, even like now, how many people come for lemonade. I'm amazed that the lines are down the block. I'm just amazed that for lemonade. I'm blessed and I'm thankful for all the customers, and I don't come up and wait on the customers like I used to. I used to actually wait on a lot of the customers, but what happens is my wife and kids, I give a lot of lemonade away, and they don't like me doing that, because if I hire some kid that's been here a week, he may be waiting on a customer that's been coming 40 years. I know. He doesn't know. So I give him like, who's that? Well, forget it. I know his grandfather. I'm 65. I'm here in the 50s, so I'm here a long time. So I could afford to give somebody a lemonade. They don't like that though, because they're more, I don't know, business-minded than I am. But my belief was always treat the customer fair. So I don't post my hours there, because when I come down early in the morning, if you want lemonade, I'll give you the lemonade. If I'm not going to tell you to come when I open. I'm not going to tell you to come 3 hours from now. If I'm in there, you have a lemonade. So I just always believe to treat the customer fair, give them a fair. And again, I don't want my name on the cups. That's why you see my daughter wanted me to buy cups with my name on them, which I really don't want because, first of all, they're expensive. It's a lot of money, and I'd have to pass that on to the customer, which I don't want to do. So I'll buy closeouts of who's ever going out of business. And when it's hot, who really looks at the cup? When it's hot, I could sell lemonade, put in my shoe and sell it, you know. So I don't really want to, I don't want my name on a cup. I don't. You know, I don't want to, I do have a red, white, and green cup, but it's from a pizza parlor that went out of business. So.
What's the story with the little replica in the art store next door?
Well, being that I started when I was 6 years old, my youngest son was born in August 22nd. So from the hospital, I brought him into the lemonade stand. I put him in the Lubin basket. He was 1 day old in the Lubin basket. By the time he could stand up, I put a high chair, swinging high chair in there the following year to try to teach him to put a spoon in his hand and to serve a lemonade. He was like, you know, but he would make a mess, and then he would do this and this and this, and I, you know, it wasn't too sanitary. But I wanted him to be, you know, part of the business from when he was little. By the time he could hold a knife in his hand, maybe 3, 4 years old, he was cutting lemons already. Yeah, I know. My wife would go crazy when she see him in there. So at about 4 or 5 years of age, he wanted his own lemonade stand. I built him the stand for him. He wanted his own business, so I built it for him. Being that there's a faction here that I'm fighting of some politicians that they don't care for the lemonade stand, when I brought it out, they sent the task force, they sent building inspectors, building department, give me a lot of trouble. I went so far as to make little bottles, little lights. I taught him how to make change, and he was going to sell not lemonade, but drinks, like, you know, either pop or something that would be easy, you know. So now that he just turned 17, I can't get him in this stand or that stand. You know, he's just graduated high school, and he's going through that turbulent time right now. You know, he found women, and he found the beach, and he found the car, but, you know, hopefully he still works, but, you know, he was no different than how I was. I had actually left, you know, for that year, so. But I want to bring it out still. So I told my wife, either we have to have another kid or maybe a grandchild, you know. But it's went over real big. Somebody offered me about $10,000 for that thing. Under the assumption I don't build another one, I sign it because our name, that sign is trademark, patent, logo. So they really can't reproduce the sign. So they want it, and they want me only to have one. So I do plan on building a couple more. Maybe the Historical Society, they want one, and one of the museum wants one. And even like this here sign here, the front sign, the first sign, me and my grandfather made, me and my grandmother, me and my father, me and my mother, me and my sister, me and my wife, this last one, me and my daughter made. So it's a little prehistoric. I'm not the best writer, but that's how the sign is. I just found out this year that I spelled cantaloupe wrong. If you look at the sign, it's spelled wrong. I mean, nobody in 50 years ever told me it's spelled wrong. And it's, however they tell me how I should spell it, I didn't spell it that way, or whoever told me how to spell it, but I guess it's still wrong. So